Tonight's greatness in barbecue entertainment is partnered with the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, the Barbecue Store, Chupacabra Throwdown, Team Cosmos Q Products, Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics, We Branded Promotion, Texas Oil Dust, Team Rectech, Texas Original Charcoal Company, Navy SEAL Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, Pinkerton Pit Barbecue, Mr. King Sharpening Services, Smoke and Magic, the All Fired Up Cook-Off, Laredo Roofing Solutions, Half-Fast Cooker, and the Chopping Block in Webster and Victoria.
Hey, we got any more beer in here?
If you're gonna put it in the box, put it in the box.
And stamp it.
Everybody, this is Aaron the Retro Guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smoking Gooder Show. Give it to them, fellas.
I call it bass boat.
Bass boating?
If you ever seen a bass boat go down the water and everything like that?
Oh, and he nailed it. Oh, shit. Hashtag bass boat.
If you're gonna put it in the box, put it in the box.
Hey, what's up? I'm Cosmo, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show. So grab a drink, park your ass, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing.
What's up, family? This is the Barbecue Dad, Jody Flanagan, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show, baby. Lucky you, you old SOB.
Cesar Mejia with Smoking and Toasting Barbecues, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
Well, hello there. How you doing? I'm Aaron Leslie with Texas Oil Dust, and today you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
Are you ready to turn up the heat?
1, let's go!
Because you've just tuned in to the one and only So Smoking Gooder Show. We're coming to you live from Bullhorn Barbecue headquarters in Cypress, Texas. This is the show where we talk all things barbecue and brews, and you better believe we're here to have a good time. Get ready for the man who knows barbecue like the back of his hand, the guy who can tell you the difference between an IPA and a stout blindfolded, and the life of every party, your barbecue pitmaster and the host with the most, Rob Arocha. Whether you're part of the Gooder Gang or just here for the special guest, barbecue competition updates, or maybe even to rate some boxes, strap in, fire up those smokers, and crack open a cold one, because the So Smoking Gooder Show starts now.
Yes, it does. Absolutely. Right now, you guys know what time it is. A little after 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve. Hope you guys are all prepped and ready to go. I'm sure a lot of you guys are still prepping for tomorrow. I still have a few turkeys to prep and get ready for tomorrow. I'm sure everybody is watching, or hopefully you find time to take away from that and come here and watch, because we're going to have a great show for you tonight. I got another first-time guest We love showcasing our ladies that are killing it in barbecue and first-time guests. We've got a great one, Miss Michelle O'Ginn. We're going to introduce her to the Gooder Gang here in just a minute. Well, thank you for tuning in. Again, it is Thanksgiving Eve. We've got a lot going on for us, so much so that our co-host, Mr. Eddie Morales, is not able to make it. He's traveling right now, but I said, have no fear. Producer Ty is here. We'll bring Ty on in just a minute, but happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying the holiday. Everybody's off now, I hope you're not working tomorrow. We got contests are winding down. We've got sanctioning bodies. The CBA is winding down. We've got one contest left. In fact, I did the upcoming event segment sponsored by the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. And there's only one event this entire weekend in CBA, Outlaw, Lone Star, IBCA, KCBS. There was just one. And so we'll go over that a little later in the show. So this is a downtime in barbecue. This is time to relax, unwind, get ready for the big holidays. There's some contests coming up, big contest coming up in December. But for right now, we got one, and we'll go over that in the the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. What else is going on? Power rankings. Yeah, I haven't done a power ranking since July. That's coming up in December. So let's get, if you guys want to put some content or put your 2 cents in, who should be in the top 10 in Texas power rankings. We'll also do KCBS power rankings. So we'll get Brant and Chris Webb back on. And of course, me and Eddie will do our Texas power rankings. Caused a lot of stir last time we did it. So maybe it will do it again. We'll see what happens. All right. Let's bring the co-host of the evening on. That is Mr. Ty Cobb. You guys know him as Producer Ty. He's going to put another hat on, which I like that hat, Ty. I like that, what you got on right now.
Yeah.
That is a soon-to-be classic So Smoking Gooder Show hat. But thank you very much for filling in for Eddie tonight. What's going on? I know you were having some little back issues earlier. You good?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've had back issues for about 15, 20 years, but yeah, my back is really acting up today, and earlier today it was not pretty, but you know, puking around, okay. Doing fine right now. You
can still do some heavy lifting, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can still do some heavy lifting. I just looked up and I saw what I'm wearing tonight. This is a happy birthday to Josh Hale. It's not his birthday, but look at that shirt right there. He's holding a corn dog. Where's that? Right here. Holding a corn dog in his hand. He is the corn dog king. We should have put his video up. Maybe we'll still do it. Maybe we'll still do it here in just a minute. But I did see somebody's birthday happened recently, but I can't think of it right off the top of my head, but that's okay. What we got to do here tonight is give shout outs to the Gooder Gang before we get our guest on, Miss Michelle, on here in just a minute. First up, Mr. Keen Sharpening Service. I saw a note. Is he going to be somewhere, Ty, or no?
Yeah, weekend? Mr. Keen said he is going to be AWOL this weekend, so there will be no sharpenings of knives, so you'll have to forge forward alone this weekend, but he'll be back next weekend.
Well, he was at the Traders Village Cook-Off in San Antonio last week. I hope you guys took advantage of that excellent sharpening service. Mr. King, that's Jimmy Edmondson. ZZ Top Fan, what is going on? Daddy Dutch Barbecue, howdy. Good evening, Rob and Ty. Eddie's not here. Kevin Hernandez with a big GC this past weekend. What's up, fellas? Bottoms Up Smokers, LFG. Let's go. Welcome to the best fake internet barbecue show. Thank you very much, Chase Vinson. Good evening, Gooder Gang. Thanks to Chase and his wife, Melly, for sharing this show earlier. I did see that. I catch them all, guys. I catch them all. Jared McCrory, what's up? That's Barefoot Cookers. Aaron Cruz, what is going on? Larry Vaughn, afternoon from North Jersey, still on the road. One more delivery in Connecticut than back to the house. All right, well, drive safe, my man. Finish Line Q, what is going on? That is a new name. Thank you very much for tuning in. We do this show each and every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Central. Matt Perea, what is going on? How's it going? Congratulations, Michelle. Yes, Bobby Delgado. I got to see Bobby on Monday. We'll talk about that later. Not tonight, but soon. What else we got? Austin Ruff, what's going on? Twisted D, what's up, Donnie? How are you? What's up, GC? He's talking to Mr. Kevin. The Dude Barbecue prepping for tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of people are prepping for tomorrow. Joyce Regino, hell yeah, or hey, y'all. wrong. Not hell yeah. Hey, y'all. Excited for this interview. Go Michelle O'Gin. Yes, she's great. She is great. Manny Orozco, what's going on? I'll be prepping my turkey and watching. Thank you very much. James Dodson, happy Turkey Day. Brian Fox, this show sucks. Where's Eddie? Okay. All right, Brian. We did see Brian was a part of that thawing display. Did you see that, Ty?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What'd you
I made sure my wife saw it. I was like, hey, you see my face right there? I'm an expert. Listen to what I say.
You are. You were the 20 to 24. Right. I was a 15 to 19.
Heavy. I was the heavy.
Eddie was like 11 to 14, and then little old Brian Fox was like 4 to 8. Who's cooking a 4-pound turkey? By the way, that's called chicken. That is called chicken, not even turkey. But Brian Fox got his mug on for that 4 to 11-pound turkey. Randall Johnson, Ocala what's going on? Caesar Mejia, what's going on? What's up, gangsters? Thank you for that video, guys. That was a classic. That's a instant classic, his video. We'd love to have more of those. So send them in to myself or Ty. We'll make sure we get them on for there. Those are the intros. I saw Michelle smiling at those intros. So I think she enjoyed that. I'll get her comments on those. CB Barbosa, Dirty Smoke, what is up? Doggies, what's going? Christopher Stone, what is happening? Robert Liao, what is up, my man? Bobby Stewart, fan from North Texas. Thank you very much. There's Michelle. She's in the comments and in the green room. There it is right there. Nick O'Russ, Chicken Fried Barbecue. He just Black Friday sale going on right now with Bill Purvis, and Chicken Fried. Yes, Eddie.
This guy. This is a barbecue show. Yep.
This is a barbecue show. A legit one at that. We'll see how it goes tonight. All right. We give a shout outs to the Gooder Gang. Thank you guys very much on this Thanksgiving Eve. I know a lot of you guys are prepping right now, guys and gals. Probably mostly gals because the guys are just going to do turkey. My wife is making all kinds of sides right now. She's doing cheesecake. She's doing all kinds of stuff. But tomorrow is my day. Tomorrow morning, I got to do some turkey and a brisket. All right. Where else we got? I think that's about it, Ty. I think it's time to bring our guest. I told her 8:10 to 8:15 is 8:14 right now. All right, let me do her some proper justice right here because she is killing it right now. We're going to bring our guest for the evening. Her name is Michelle O'Gin. I'm excited to have her on because she is killing it right now. She is one of the women in barbecue that are just doing so well. You know, our women are just killing it, and they competition cooks. They win all the time. Just in all these, I feel like these special contests, like the World Food Championships, a lot of women are doing very well in there. Michelle is a showcase of that right now. She is a barbecue mom. She is a barbecue competition cook. She is also a caterer. Her and her husband have a catering company. She is the head judge of the Memphis in May World Championship. You guys ever heard of that? Yes, she is a big part of that. And most recently, she is the 2024 World Food Championship Live Fire World Champion. Ty, let's bring her on right now. We're talking about Miss Michelle O'Gin. How are you, young lady?
Finally rested.
Finally rest. Did I get everything right? Did I miss something here?
Well, yeah.
What'd I miss?
I don't know because I don't really talk about myself that much. So it's always people find more things about me that I don't know about. So,
well, this is the time to talk about yourself because you know what? I invited you on the show to talk about yourself, man.
We're gonna do about that. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of PR work since the last 2 weeks.
Have you?
Oh yeah, no. World Food. As soon as you leave that building, they hit you running hard because they got to do their PR stuff. So I've learned really quick to start writing paragraphs. And thank you, Chat GPT, because
is that helping you?
I sucked in language arts in high school.
Well, I'm excited to have you on, Michelle. It's been a long time coming, but what a weekend you had a couple weeks ago out in Indianapolis.
To be honest with you, I mean, like me and you've known each other for a long time.
Yep.
Just between the American Royal and Memphis in May and other things that we've interacted with, and yeah, no, this year has been extra special for us and our family. We've been working hard on going through taking care of family members that are on hospice at home and just doing with the things that you got to do when you're in the sandwich generation. And then this year we were finally really able to focus on what we wanted to do. Thank you, Jackie. Sorry, I am watching the comments too.
No, please do. Please do.
But yeah, just to be able to finally get out of dealing with the sandwich generation and focus on our trade and our passion and our hobby, which is a lot of all y'all same thing too. Like we have to do it for a living now, finally. But as far as just do it for as a barbecue hobby, and we all have that same passion and things for that, and to be able to focus on 100% and put the thrive and the thrive and the heart and the dedication into it that we want to do into it, and to see it finally come to fruition. We worked our butt off, and like in September this year, we as a barbecue team, we took grand championship at the Praise the Lord in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
In the MBN side. And that was our first grand as our own team. That was very important to us.
Can we take a step back and you introduce your team and how long you've been, we talked about, we've known each other for a little while, but this is your first time to introduce yourself to the Gooder Gang. A lot of Texas cooks watch this show. I used to say that a lot of people from all over now, as we saw South Jersey, a lot of other people as well. But please introduce yourself to our watching audience and listening audience, and just give a little background on Ain't It the Life and Michelle.
So for a lot of us that don't know who we are, my husband's sorry, he's taking a nap. He's finally resting. I personally got started in barbecue in 2008. I joined a barbecue team after I got introduced into the barbecue world in volunteering and this, that, and the other back then. And I didn't meet my husband until 2013 at Memphis in May. He was a volunteer, he was a staff and I was a volunteer there. And they paired us up to work together, and we actually hit it off, and that's how we met.
Nice.
We've been cooking them. After that, we started competing on teams with other friends for a while. And then when those teams decided they were tired and they wanted to retire, we created our own team. And so we've been doing Ain't It the Life, we call it, since 2013 when we met. And since then, we do everything. We don't just do barbecue. We do barbecue. We do tacos. We do burgers. We do poppers. We do all breakfast contests, whatever kind of food sport contests that are around our area where we live. We like to do those. Now, do we also like to do barbecue? Yes, absolutely. We've done KCBS. We've done MBN. We can't get Memphis in May because of what we do in our job role that we have for Memphis in May. For those that don't know us, we are the judging representatives for Memphis in May. So we have a big responsibility there. So we cannot cook that one. But we are what we call the cook's advocate in a judging responsibility there, because we understand the team's role and the judge's role and the organizer's role, where we're very well rounded.
I do want the people that are interested in Memphis in May. I do want to talk about, obviously, Ain't It the Life, but I do have some questions about Memphis in May later down the line here, because what better person to talk to about that than yourself? I mean, it's pretty you're pretty high up in the ongoings of Memphis in May, the international festival and the world championship of barbecue. So that will be interesting to talk about. But this is a family affair, obviously, and your son cooks. Your husband, you met him through barbecue, which is a pretty cool story.
We cook a lot. We cook long story short, we cook a lot.
Yeah, and you just recently, like a lot of people have, kind of, it's a big leap, but y'all took the leap. I don't know if both of y'all did or one of y'all did, but y'all are straight barbecue right now. Is that what's going on?
Yeah. So we were both. Well, my husband, his background is he was a commercial electrician for a long time, and then I was corporate. And when his dad got sick and went on hospice at home, I retired from corporate world and went into the real estate land when real estate was high. Obviously, it was a perfect time for that. And so I was able to work from home and sell real estate and take care of his dad, who was not doing well. And then I brought him into real estate at that point. And that's when our barbecue worlds really started evolving and getting better, because we were focused on it more. We were not in the corporate world. We can give our time. We were the owners of our time, for lack of better words. And that afforded us better things. And then, so then the barbecue started taking off for us. And obviously we tried to launch our catering company in 2019, which was probably the worst time because COVID hit 2020.
Right.
So we limped ourselves along with real estate through that part. And then we made it work. And we're one of the surviving catering companies out here in this area, in Memphis, Tennessee, that is still operating very successfully right now. And so I'm very grateful for the way that we positioned ourselves, but at the same time for the barbecue world, because it afforded us the time to go do whether it be SCA or MBN or KCBS or anything like that we want to do. And to be honest, we want to venture off into other sanctioning bodies. I mean, you have talked about that recently.
Yep. Well, you mentioned sanctioning, but I was going to ask you, what are you've done? We mentioned earlier, we've known each other for a few years now, but I've seen you guys do the SCA, MBN. Is that one that you are able to do? Okay. What all sanctioned bodies have you cooked in right now? You did some KCBS, you mentioned.
We've done KCBS, Memphis and May, SCA, and then some non-sanctioned ones like Burger Fest and Popper Fest and Breakfast. The little smaller ones around the town of Memphis that are not sanctioned, but they're like little fun things to do. Most of them are charity things.
Yeah. So one of the questions we had, how many contests were y'all doing when you were just kind of when y'all were dipping your toes into the competition barbecue? Because you just mentioned you just won your first GC this past year, right? As a team.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I would say we've been at it ourselves under our own name for almost 5 years now, and we just got our first GC this year. And
what contest was that again?
It was Murfreesboro Praise the Lord.
That's a big one, right? That's a double. Is that still a double that they do?
It's still dual, yeah. It's actually a triple. It's SCA, MBN, and KCBS.
Sweet, nice.
And we did it under the MBN side, but we've been cooking like that for 5 years and maybe 8 to 10 a year.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this was an interesting fact. We were talking about this just today when we were at lunch or whatever. On the MBN side, we've only cooked because we took some time off this summer to handle some personal affairs. And we only cooked like 2 or 3 contests this year. And we just introduced whole hog into our spectrum for us to do this year, which is an undertaking. So now we're doing whole hog, rib, and pulled pork.
Damn. What's up, Mike? Nicho. So for those that don't know, MBN is straight pork, right? Is it?
Yes.
So you got to learn pork over there and where you're at right now in Memphis, right? So a lot of whole hog, shoulder, ribs. Is that the main 3? Is there another one?
That's it.
Okay, that's it. And that's what Memphis and May follow. So we'll go over that again in a minute. I do want to get into the live fire deal. How did you? I know you. I talked to Joyce earlier. I know Jackie's been part of it. Yeah. But it's the Fire Women Challenge. Can you talk about what that is and how you got involved with that? Because that's pretty neat. Like I said, we love showcasing our ladies, and I feel like the ladies are leading the way right now. They're doing so well in doing all these things. So it's very important to me to hear about it and to share what's going on in that field right now.
So the Firewoman division of food it's expanding. They expanded it to 10 women this year. Last year it was 5, and prior to that I think it was 3. But it's women only. No men allowed. No electricity. You're over just charcoal and wood.
No electricity.
No electricity.
And no men.
No men. They can set your stuff in your spot and they have to vacate.
That sounds great.
Well, just kind of similar to the contest I have at my house in June, but I can't say the name on the show because it has bad words in it. But we'll talk about that later.
What? You can say the name.
It's Bitches of Barbecue.
Oh, that's a bad word?
No, some sponsors don't want it because. But we have an all-female whip throwdown at my house in June that has 30+ women competing in ribs only. No men help.
Nice.
So yeah, so back to fire.
What are the men doing? I want to hear about this.
They're partying by the pool.
Oh, and y'all are doing all the cooking?
Yeah.
I have a wife. She can cook. Let's go. Come on. We can invite us next time. I'll come hang by the pool with the guys. That'd be a lot of fun. Joyce wants to go.
Come on, Joyce. You come in.
Vince and I, we can hang out. While you guys do all the work. You serve us too? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So we're raising money for domestic violence charities. So that's.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
It's a fun thing. But anyway, back to Firewoman. Yeah. Guys can't do nothing. Nobody can help you. It's one person. You're the head cook. That's all you can do. You have no help. And you have 90 minutes to put out a dish. And you got to wow the judges with it. So that's what us 10 women did. And we had 90 minutes. We hugged it out. We encouraged each other. It's all about, look, hey, what do you need? You good? You have everything you want? Let's go. Let's knock it out.
Can you I'm not expecting you to name all 10, but can you name some of the ladies that were there that you were with?
Oh yeah. So myself, obviously, Emma Nguyen, Britt, I cannot pronounce her last name, Borzak. She's out of New England area. Lou Halter, Holly Jabera, Joyce
Regino.
Mm-hmm. Christina, I can't remember her last name.
Jackie.
Jackie was not there this year.
Oh, she wasn't there this year, but she's done it in the past. I know she's
done it in the past, but she was not there this year. There was 10 total.
Nice.
But it was a great diversity group of women that were cooking on different cooking apparatuses.
True Daddy Dutch.
And different total dishes that they turned in. They were all great. I was very proud to see everybody do so well.
What's the protein? Does it vary?
No, it's your choice.
Okay, nice. Very nice. Anything's up for grabs, you can just do whatever you want.
You just got to follow the rules, which means no protein, no electricity, no men, no help, and your protein has to be cooked on your wood and charcoal. They did allow for sides to be cooked on something else, but that was it.
Okay. And what'd you cook? Can you share that?
For my dish, I did a smoked Gouda polenta with a New England style crab cake with chimichurri shrimp. I was being ambitious and wanted to do a poached egg with hollandaise sauce, but I ran out of time, so I could not put those two elements on the plate.
So do you have like a chef background? Did you grow up doing this kind of thing, or are you kind of learning on the fly?
Learning on the fly.
I like it. Because I see some of these dishes that you guys are putting out, like for the World Food Championships, like for the Fire Women Challenge. These things look gorgeous. Ty has a picture later when we talk about your big win of what you turned in. That was such a gorgeous dish. We will share that here when we talk about. We're about to get into the live fire deal, but I just kind of wanted to hear about your background, how you got into this, and Ty, you got something?
Yeah, I was going to say before we switch gears, we've talked about this, knowing all the aspects from, setting up a judging room to being a promoter to actually cooking, or being a dishwasher on a team, moving up.
I've done all that.
Right. Like I believe that is the absolute best way to do it. So can you kind of maybe expound on how that helps you be just a badass cook now? Like, doing all those steps, because there was a question asked a couple shows ago about what was the best advice you could give to like the high school cooks, the young cooks that are coming up now to get involved. And we gave that. So what would be your advice to young cooks for getting involved?
It's going to be the same thing that I learned. So this
great question, Ty.
Yeah, it was a great question. I have my sous chef, PJ Copperthorne. I'm sure some of y'all may know who he is or may not, but he has challenged me with listening to a lot of, I don't read. I hate reading. I suck at it. So I will listen to audiobooks all the time. So any book he tells me to read, I'll listen to an audiobook. And I listened to a lot of those this past year just to help myself grow and learn about brigades and kitchen. Or like, I'll be honest, Gordon Ramsay's book about how he got into things and how he organized his kitchen is a very big and important book for me that got me into how to organize. I run my flow with my team on my barbecue team, specifically with live fire, because like, for example, me and my husband both compete.
Yeah.
And we both compete at World Food.
Brandon.
He's in seafood and I'm in live fire. So he runs his kitchen his way. I run my kitchen my way. When we run our barbecue team, we run it in a collaborative group. The way I run my kitchen, or live fire kitchen, even though we're outside, I've taken a lot of steps and knowledge that I've listened to these books from Gordon Ramsay and Thomas Keller and these people like this about how you keep the order of your kitchen. And sometimes it is, you have to learn from the bottom up. Sometimes it's learning from washing the dishes. And that's where I started in the barbecue team, was washing dishes and taking out the trash.
Mm-hmm.
And then when opportunities arose and they afforded me the opportunities to learn new things, that's why it took me from 2008 to 2013 to get to where I was, because I took my time to pay attention and learn. And I didn't just learn from one team. I learned from a lot of teams.
Yeah.
We call it chicken. You know that.
Yes.
Everybody knows what chicken means. Yeah. So I was one of those girls walking around, talking out, hanging out with people, and I'm learning as I go. I don't spread what I learn, but I'm learning as I go, and I'm taking that little bit of information I'm learning from each person, and I'm taking that and said, does this work for me? Because not everything you're going to learn from somebody is going to work for you. So does it work for you? If it does, you use it. If it doesn't, you don't.
What's up, Jamie? Welcome to the show. We do this each and every Wednesday.
Jamie Cooley.
I'm glad you're here. First time caller here, but lifetime Michelle O'Ginn fan. I like it. Is it O'Ginn or Gwen?
Oh, Gwen.
Gwen. Okay. Well,
I married it. It's okay.
It's all right. Well, I blame Ty. He told me O'Ginn.
It's okay.
I'm just kidding.
That's what it boils down to. It's like when you're learning, you're at a team. You remember when you got started, right?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you're the dishwasher. Sometimes you're the trash guy. Sometimes you're, hey, hand me this.
I tell this story all the time. I was part of a team that we did one event every year, and it was one of the biggest events. It was Tafford. It's still around. This contest is still around, but the team I was a part of, we had 10 spaces, like 10 entries so we had 10 chicken entries, 10 pork rib entries, and 10 brisket entries. They didn't let me touch any of the meats. I had this one seafood entry, which I killed all the time. But yeah, they just like, nope. I was the money guy. I was the guy that brought in sponsors, and they threw me the seafood entry. But yeah, they never let me cook a chicken. They never let me cook a rib or a brisket. And so, so we all start somewhere.
Yeah. You get it on your keep.
Absolutely.
But that's what got me there. And as far as plating and stuff, it was honestly, some of it's Facebook. There's so many Facebook pages and groups that you can find that stuff on. And then we also have a good friend of ours that was on our barbecue team, who's executive pastry chef for the Peabody Hotel in Memphis.
Oh, sweet.
And we leveraged the heck out of him. And
that's a good person to learn from as far as.
Trust me, I'm going into final table. Who do you think I'm calling for private lessons?
Yes, absolutely. We call it "Shut Up and Listen," Michelle. We actually have a tagline: "Shut up and listen." That's what you were doing. You were going around, hanging out with teams. You said you weren't sharing anything, but you were listening. You were, just soaking it in, learning stuff as you go. And we encourage people to do that all the time. That's how you improve. That's how you put some tools in your bag. That's how you put some little techniques to help you down the line.
The side of that too is also to go learn how to be a judge. Take a judge class.
Yeah.
And then go actually judge. So you can hear what the judges are asking for, what they're looking for. So then you're using those little nuggets to pivot what you're doing. Because we all know we don't cook with what we want. We cook with what the judges want.
Yeah, that was a great question, Ty. Yeah, he was mentioning the fact that you've been in the judging room. You've been on part of these teams, and it's shaped you to where you're at right now.
Yeah. Well, take advantage of it.
Yeah, we need more people thinking like her because, like I've said before, we need a national, barbecue council. We need, state championships for a lot of events. There's a lot of personalities in this business, I guess you could call it. And, I want you guys to make all the money you can, because the personalities that I see and the quality of food that I see, amazing. And so I try every week to be like, am I just, BS and am I blowing smoke? But no, every time I go to a cookout, no matter what the venue is, it may be a bad weather, it may be bad cookout because of whatever reasons, but the people that are there and the ambiance that goes on with this whole cookout championships, the CBA, IBCA, all these things, it's amazing to me. And I'm glad that you're an ambassador and pushing forward with the live fire with just the women cook. I was talking about this with Belle Clark and Jackie Milligan a couple years ago. Like, I think it's great. Y'all are kicking ass. So appreciate you.
We want it to be bigger. We want it to be more cohesive and to be as much uniform. Because honestly, to be honest, we're all sharing the judges, right? Regionally. Obviously it's regionally.
Yeah.
But it's the same judges and the same sanctioning bodies, whether it be Memphis to Missouri or wherever they're going. Anybody that's within a 3-hour radius, they're going to go the same judge pool, whether it be ICBA, KCBS, CBA, GBA, or whatever. We would like to have some better cross training between all the judges. For the teams, because they're putting too much money into this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting to hear because in Texas, you go 3 hours, you're still in Texas. But if you go in Memphis, where you're at, even 30 minutes, you're in another state, right? And so it's different, and you are pulling from the same judges. We're not pulling from your judges. We're pulling from off the street, but these are just Texas people. So yeah, we have different regions, and some of them maybe hopefully kind of travel a little bit to go follow.
Yeah.
I've heard of this happening, but for the most part,
we don't like to cook in Mississippi. We get Mississippi'd. We call it getting Mississippi'd. Where anytime we go to any
what's wrong with Mississippi?
North Mississippi's fine. They do us fine. But anytime we go below Jackson, we get hammered. Like, they don't like our profile. It's whatever it is. We call it getting Mississippi.
That's where Wes Garrett is, and he's in Mississippi. He don't even like cooking in Mississippi.
They want the boring barbecue food. That's what they want. You just got to learn your regions.
Yeah. No, you do. You definitely have to take notes and learn where they like your food and where they maybe not like that style of food, or adjust, right? We talked about that, adjust into that kind of deal. But no, that was a great question, Ty, and we'll circle back to that. We'll close the book on that. But yeah, you've been doing a whole bunch of different roles in barbecue, and it's definitely helped you to where you're at right now. You did mention some of the ladies, and what do you think about the women's movement in barbecue? I feel like even the younger kids cuers, it seems to me like the younger girls are outpacing the boys in the kids queues. And so I can see it down the line. These ladies are going to be a force to be reckoned with. And, the ladies that are doing it right now, and even the ones before you, have definitely paved the way for this movement. And I feel like it really is. I mean, it's not, the barbecue is not a straight man's sport anymore. There's a lot of ladies doing well and killing and kicking our butts weekend. And he always says that he's not talking about it. As I'm talking about ladies, fucking Aaron with a "What's up, bitches?" That is wrong timing, Aaron. Ron. But I'm like hyping ladies up, and Aaron comes, "What's up, bitches?" No, but seriously though, it feels like there's a big women's young ladies push to compete in barbecue, and I love seeing it. And like I said, I like showcasing it. I want to showcase more of it.
Well, let me be straight up. I'm Carly Alexander from Gimpo Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
There's Carly. She's killing it. Ray Lynn, with your son, who competed in the junior championship. My goodness. Fourth place, in the junior championship at the World Food Championship.
Against kids in culinary school.
Wow.
Yeah, I was very proud of them two together. They worked so well.
Yeah, they seem to be in sync for sure.
They only cooked together once.
I loved your photo of Miles. That's his name, right? Miles is the kid, your son, and he's just got this like. I'm a junior badass right there, and it was great to see. Yeah,
homeschooling him that week.
Best timing ever. I'm hyping these ladies up, and Aaron comes up. We got all kinds of video. I need an intro from you, Michelle. What'd you think of those intros?
I'll do them, whatever.
They were good. All right. So how'd you find yourself into live fire? Let's get in that before.
Well, back to the kids.
Yeah.
Happy about the kids thing, and back
I'm sorry. Let's go. Come on.
Go back to the women cooking.
Yeah.
No, I'm really excited about what's going on there. I think some of it has to do with we're finally coming out of our shells again. I've had to do a lot of PR writing for World Food, obviously, with me winning. So I've had to talk about myself a lot. It's kind of weird. But I was always in the girls can do anything the boys can do. In high school, I was on the boys wrestling team. So that was my always mantra going into it. Is I can do anything the boys can do. So if the boys can cook, I can cook. But I don't know if that carried into this or not. But I am excited to see a lot more women competing. Honestly, that's how the bitches of barbecue. Sorry for the language. Rib Throwdown got started at my house 2 years ago. We knew that there was women cooking at night that the husbands were taking credit for, because we see
Let's talk about that.
We're up at night. We see who's really cooking this stuff. So why are they not taking the credit? So we were using that contest as a way to poach them out to see who's really cooking. So the first year we did it, I was like, hey, let's do it. We're going to do it. Who cares? It was a free contest. Ribs I thought was going to win. Nope. Because we were trying to poach that one out because I really felt that particular person was nailing it for her husband and taking the credit for it. Second year, she couldn't come back because she just had a baby. Now she doesn't know who she is. But I don't care.
Okay. I'll just leave that alone. Just leave that alone.
I don't care. But you know, we had 30 women come out this past June.
Yep.
And competed from the ages of 4 to 60.
4?
4 was the youngest, 60 was the oldest. And we had 30 female competitors, no men help, compete in a rib-only contest, and we raised $5,000 for domestic violence charities.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So it was kind of like things like, we know the women are cooking. Let's poach them out. That was the whole point of the bitches contest. There's a belt buckle. It's cool.
Who won?
This current year was Sonia Birkenstock out of Mississippi.
Who won year one?
Year one was Michelle Poland out of Bartlett, Tennessee.
Okay.
But this past year, this current year, we had people come from Indiana, Florida. We had 7 states represented.
Very nice.
And then after talking about it at World Food this year, I've got interest to take it to Scotland and England.
Okay, that's awesome.
Because they don't have enough women competitions there. They're struggling with the women competitors there, and they want someone that's willing to do it there. I said, get me there, we'll talk it up.
So these women that are traveling, so they're bringing their own cooking apparatus. All right, cool. And it's just as long as it's
you get a little 10 by 10 setup, bring your little grill. You have a 1-day rib cook off. We do awards real quick. Everybody goes home. It's a 1-day comp.
That's great.
And there's no money out of their pocket because we were doing all the meat was donated. There's no entry fees. There's prize money. If you spend money, it's because you want to put into the raffle or the silent auctions.
That's great. And y'all raised
belly flop challenge because we do the belly flop challenge.
Y'all raised $5,000?
$5,000.
That's pretty awesome. That's amazing. That is amazing. Very cool.
For year 2, that's not bad.
No, that's great. That's amazing. All right. So you ready to start talking about this big win?
Live fire.
World Food? Yeah, live fire. How'd you find yourself as a we hear live fire here in Texas, we think of Al Fergoni. He's a pioneer. He's like a badass. He's a legend down here right now in the live fire world. He was at Memphis in May doing his thing out there, and he actually did very well in the competition at Memphis in May, cooking on live fire, which is pretty amazing. How'd you find yourself as a live fire competitor, and what attracted you to that style of cooking?
I've always been an outdoor cooker. I like cooking outside. Mark Lambert used to have a mini pot competition for several years at his compound or his little warehouse. When he would do his little podcast on Thursday nights, we'd do a little mini pot contest. Several years passed, and it's just cooking over live fire, but with little 1-quart little Dutch oven thingies. Which is really hard to cook in only 1 quart. That's not very much.
Yeah, small.
It's very small. So learning how to cook on that was fun. So I learned how to cook on that stuff for a while. But with World Food, they were steak for a long time. And last year they changed the category from SCA steak to live fire to bring it into more of the theatrical thing that Al Fergoni's been promoting and stuff that he's been doing on his pages and stuff like that. And I was already in Kitchen Arena. In other categories, that already qualified in other categories to be in the Kitchen Arena. But when they brought live fire out back and canceled steak, I was like, that's where I need to be. So I changed my category to live fire from, I think it was soup was the year. It was it before was soup. I was like, I don't need to be doing soup anymore. I need to go to live fire where it feels like. And I was very fortunate that year that Joey Machado was going to be there. Because I don't have my own fire tables yet.
Okay.
Being honest. And
probably do now.
I'm about to. Joey Machado was bringing his fire tables out there because it was so close to home for him because it was in Dallas that year. And he let me fortunately let me borrow whatever table was available to me that day. So I honestly, last year, I think I switched between 2 or 3 different tables with the original charcoal tables.
Yeah. Yep.
One was an M Grill, one was Joey's Texas original table or whatever. And I really do love the Texas original table. Like, love it long time.
It is well built, obviously, but it is so much fun, so versatile. There's so many things, attachments. There's it's a badass table. We've seen it. I've cooked on it before. It's not only that, it's a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun to do this style of cooking, and it's different.
Yeah, so I got to use that, and then the M Grill one too, which was Santa Maria one. But I learned how to cook on those, and he was fortunate to let me use that. And I got final last year.
Nice.
I ended up 5th place after everything landed last year with it, and I had a great time. I still love the table, and then I also used it again at the American Royal last year. So yeah, it was actually I did the Royal before on the, so I got a practice run.
What category were you doing at the Royal?
I was just helping out Aces Wild that year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was helping out with Pickapalooza.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then my son competed in the burger category and got 2nd that year.
Awesome.
And so yeah, that was a good practice run before I went into World Food with the fire table. How to cooks qualify for live fire or WC in general. Currently, Reggie, SCA is the main qualifier right now. So if you get a golden ticket for SCA or an ancillary, whatever ancillary category matches the category that matches closest to that, that's kind of how you get in right now, unless they change that here soon. But currently, that's their current process.
So you can't just sign up.
No, you have to qualify for World Food.
Okay.
They are working on doing some more qualifiers, but right now for live fire, that SCA is the main qualifier.
How about barbecue? I thought you could just sign up for that. Is that different?
Barbecue GCs, I think, get you in the live fire as well.
Okay.
But if you want to go into the barbecue category, you have to go through the famous Dave's categories.
Okay.
As of right now, that's the last I heard.
Very nice. Well, there you go, Vince. How to cook qualify? You do a steak, or did you say barbecue GCs maybe get you an opportunity to cook in that too?
You do live fire, yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you, Mitchell.
Mitchell Bedwell, what's up, man?
And they go into this year, yeah. So this year, I did cook on a Texas original.
Yes, nice.
I did borrow it from Boar's Night Out, so White Lightning, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I did borrow their fire table they bought from Joey Machado from Texas Original. I still love that table so much because there is versatility. You can take the back walls off. There's so many ways you can do things. There's the risers, steps, and all the things. If you get all the attachments, it was just a no-brainer for me to have that table. And yes, I'm planning on having something built similar to that for myself because I am short. So I want something a few inches shorter so I don't have to use a step stool.
Are you using a step stool?
Yeah, I use a step stool. The guy's
That's great. Hey, you know what? That's even makes it better that you won.
Yeah.
Cooking it with a step stool. That's awesome.
Well, that, and I'm sure if y'all don't hear, but on my first round, we get 5 feet from the table and one of our plates dropped off.
So I saw, that was actually one of my questions. Did you, like turning in, did you fall turning in, or is that something different?
No, I was 5 feet from the table. Like, seriously, about to set it down. And one of the plates fell off the tray.
Oh.
5 feet from the table. With 36 seconds left.
Oh.
And I'm screaming, run, 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 run. My sous chef was with me. I was like, run. He ran back. And I'm sitting there telling me to set the plate down. I'm like, they're like, set the plate down. Just one judge, won't judge. I'm like, mm-mm. You don't know what that means. One judge don't judge. That's a
killer. You're out.
You're out. I have no shot in hell at this point. I said, I'm watching this clock. I'm in the power squat from hell, sitting over the table with like 2 inches over the table. So when he does set the plate down, I can just done. Right. And I'm in a power focus. I'm so scared. And all I can remember is hearing people set it down, set it down. I'm like, nope, nope, nope. And I hear the head judge guy. He's here. Set it down. When I heard that voice, I was like, okay, it's okay to set it down. I set it down. And they took it. And then the interviews happened. And I don't remember a lot of things after that because it was a lot of moving me here, talk about this, talk about that.
This was the first round?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't make it there, you can't go. Obviously, you can't.
Yeah. So what happened was, I was worried about what happened. Obviously, did it get judged fairly? Did it get judged accurately? What are people thinking? Because there was a lot of cameras in my face. There was a lot of media. There was.
Did y'all have one already prepared? You weren't going to
No,
turn in?
he ran so fast. He ran and started screaming like yards away. Build another plate. And my son's filming. I mean, like it was insane.
How?
So,
that's
they
crazy.
were building another plate as fast because honestly, that's a tasting plate. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Just throw all the stuff on the plate.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, because it was the tasting plate that fell off, not the appearance plate.
Right.
So they're like, build something shitty. I don't care. Just throw it in there so they have something to eat. Make sure all the things are on there. Got it back with 2 seconds to spare.
Wow.
I'm like, I've never had so much faith in somebody in my life. But scared so crapless at the same time.
So that was is that day one? Okay.
That was day one.
Day one. Okay. So how did that turn out? Obviously it turned out okay, but
so with World Food, they take the top 5 on their scores, and then they take 2 more for top 7 on MasterChef judges' opinions. And I got in on the MasterChef judge opinion because of the cooking technique I was doing and the dish that I was doing. The 2 MasterChef judges thought I was being ambitious enough and using the right cooking techniques to afford to be there no matter what score I got.
Wow.
So that was my saving grace.
There you go. Crazy. Thank goodness for the MasterChef that recognized the difficulty of what you were trying to do. That's pretty cool.
And thank you, Sonny Moody.
Oh, Al Fragoni and Sonny?
Yeah, those were the master judges.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so they were the master judges that put me through to the final round. And then so my decision to do the dish I did for the final round was the same dish I did last year for the first round, which got a perfect score.
Okay.
The required category for that dish for final round was ribeye from Sam's Club. And I was like, well, we did rolled ribeye cap last year on the preliminary round and I got a perfect score. Why not do that same dish? Don't fix what's not broke, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the team all the team knew that dish. We didn't have to recreate anything. We just needed to just nail it in. It's 4 easy components. It's a rolled ribeye cap with chimichurri. It's a seared sea scallop with a white wine mushroom cream sauce. Nail those 4 things, get it in, and do it right?
Yes, absolutely. I think Ty has should we keep talking about it or should we show it right now?
You show it.
Let's show it, Ty. So what are we looking at here, Michelle?
All right, so that is the dish. So that's the platter that I was about to hand in. I walked into the building with. So the big plate in the middle is the presentation plate that they judge on appearance. The other 5 tasting plates is what the judges actually ate. So on the top end on the middle, you see a rolled ribeye cap. We took a whole ribeye, prime ribeye from Sam's, and we butchered up the spinalis because we know that's the best part, right?
Absolutely.
We butchered that spinalis off, and then we took it the rest. I took it for catering. It's going to be for like beef tips later. But we took that spinalis and we seasoned it up and we cleaned it up really good. And then we rolled it up really tightly and we tied it up with string and pins so it held together tightly when we went to go sear it. And then we made a bright chimichurri sauce, seared sea scallops and butter, the white wine mushroom cream sauce. Oh my gosh, that's the most sexiest sauce I've ever had. It's so good. I'm not gonna lie, I Googled it and we doctored it up. My husband, he's probably the only one that knows how to make it now anymore because he's changed it 5 times. He has not told us what he's doing to it anymore. I think he must stay relevant.
He is. Way to go, Brandon. Good job.
I love him for that. But yeah, then we did some the good fancy mushrooms on the other end. It's just sauteed mushrooms, but yeah,
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I tell people all the time, I said, fancy food does not have to be too difficult. It can be simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Just execute everything perfectly.
No, that's long. And how long did y'all have to 90 minutes? Is that the time?
Yeah, it was 90 minutes.
Very nice. Very nice. And so you guys knew, is it something like you qualified and so the next day, or you qualify and you go back to your camp and start making this dish?
So this year, last year was different, but this year we had a day in between to go shop.
Okay.
So I qualified, and then I had the Firewoman Day the next day.
Yep.
And then, so while I'm doing Firewoman, the guys were shopping because I knew I finaled. And I let them go shopping blindly with a debit card, which was scary. No, trust me, they spent way too much money.
Well, that is amazing. That is there anything else you want to share about the World Food Championship before we because it's awesome. I did see you on the ground. What happened there? Did you fall turning?
That was when the plate dropped.
Okay, that was when the plate dropped.
So that was like, hey, do y'all? So after we were done doing all the media interviews, they're giggling about it. I said, do you want me to lay down with it, like giving a farewell?
Okay.
They're like, that would be funny. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. At this point, we can have humor in it, right?
So what happens now that you won? Like you said, some media stuff that's happening to you. What? Give us kind of a quick rundown of what happens if you win something like that, the World Food Championship.
So next up for us, all of us 12 category winners. So all the 12 category winners for World Food. I'm just one of 12. Right. We go into the final table round, which is in Bentonville, Arkansas at the end of March. And we're going to go into a 3-round challenge against each other for a chance at $150,000.
What?
Yep.
Nice. What'd you win for this round?
$10,000.
Hell yeah.
I got to buy another smoker.
What's that?
Now I got to buy another smoker.
Now you got to buy another smoker. All right. So you're gonna compete against all the champions?
Yeah. So seafood, burger, sandwich.
How's that work though?
It's head to head in Kitchen Arena.
What do you mean head to head though? Are you going to compete against a seafood dish with your?
No, they give us. So we're waiting for the criteria in the meetings.
So everybody has to cook the same stuff.
Everybody has to cook the same things.
But you don't know if it's going to be like something that you're ready for.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well,
kind of like Chopped.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, I hope it's something that is, not leaning towards any category, that you guys all have the same kind of, anxiety or fear about, because I'm sure you're like, what the hell are they going to throw at me? Are you going to practice for this thing? How do you practice for something like that?
Well, with me being catering full time, I just constantly cooking.
Yeah.
Practice my knife skills, practice my time skills. Outside of that, it's just a different dish, I think, honestly.
I think you just need to have your friends just throw shit in a box and say, cook it.
Oh, my husband's done that to me before. It's kind of scary.
There you go. Throw like some cheap ass wine.
It's just
something from Walmart, because you're in Bentonville, Arkansas, so maybe like some Spam. I don't know what Walmart has. Some great value.
That is the bougiest Walmart I've ever been in.
Is it? Is it nice?
Yes.
It better be if it's at headquaters.
It's headquarters, so that's the bougiest Walmart I've ever been into. But yeah, no, like when I was an alternate for Chopped once, and my husband was like, I'm gonna throw you into practice. He sent me short ribs. Here's short ribs and this. Figure it out in 20 minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna do short ribs in 20 minutes.
You can do it.
You figure it out.
Burn it. Let's go. Put some char on it, like Robert Smith. Give him the char.
Of it.
Give him the char. Well, that's amazing. So you are the 20.
Happy birthday, Smitty.
There it is, right there. You are a 2024 world champion in the live fire category at the World Food Championship. That's pretty amazing, Michelle. Congratulations. Congratulations. There we go. I didn't know we had that. There we go, Ty. All right. So we are at the top of the hour. You do have a few minutes to relax in here. We're going to go over the bull printing wraps and graphics wrap-up recap, which there was only a couple. And then the upcoming event segment sponsored by the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, which there's only one. It's going to be real quick, but you have time to go kick the tires, do whatever you need to do. But we're going to come back. We're going to talk real briefly about Memphis in May. I do have some questions about that whole process and contest. A lot of cooks, or a lot of us cooks, are unfamiliar with,
And we want more Texan people there, so come on.
We'd love to have, we'd love to be more involved there. So we have questions about that. And then I talked to you about your Mount Rushmore. These are 4 people you want to put on your barbecue mountain that have helped you some way, inspired you, just somebody that's important to you. You want to put 4 people on this mountain. You got 1 in the gift shop, and then your barbecue homie, somebody you want to maybe park next to, sit up next to, or you can talk to all the time, bounce ideas off of. That's another person. And then Eddie has a gumball machine. They almost made your barbecue homie list. So you got 6 people to think about. Woo. 7 people to think about. 7. 4 on your Mount Rushmore. 5 that the 5th guy almost made it on there, or gal. And then 2 your barbecue homie, and then almost your barbecue homie, which you want to piss off. That person you're gonna make upset. All right. Well, thank you very much, Michelle. Take a step back. We'll bring you on back here in about 5 to 10 minutes. If I can get Ty in here.
Hey,
what's up, Bubba?
Not much. Good show, man. I love the insight. I love what she's talking. I feel like I've met her before because we're friends on Facebook. So obviously I've had an interaction, and as more she talks, the more and more I realize that I know her from somewhere. Well, hello, honey.
Maybe. What's up? How are you? All right. If you want to play some music, you got them on already. I'm going to do the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap-up recap. There's not very much to talk about here. However, there's some champions on this list. 4th annual Backyard Grillers competition. And real quick, guys, we do have Rate My Box. Ty has a few boxes. Michelle's going to join us. She is a head judge, guys. So we get some really good feedback from an official head judge at the Memphis in May World Championship. And I did say earlier, turkey goes first to the line. It is Thanksgiving Eve. So if you have a turkey box, it gets pushed to the head of the line. All right, we'll have that here in just a minute. All right, 4th annual.
Send those turkey boxes to Martin Ty Cobb on Facebook.
There you go. There he is, Producer Ty. 4th annual Backyard Grillers competition. This was in Edinburgh, Texas. Grand champion. Look at Rini Gonzalez family. Barbecue still killing it. I think he just moved up in the overall standings. The RGC was Elias Quiros from Natural Born Grillers. Congratulations. And over in the big contest, 140 plus teams traveled over to San Antonio for the Big Traders Village contest. Grand champion, how about My Pits Are Burning, Mr. Kevin Hernandez. Ty, you said something earlier about Kevin. What do we need to hear from Kevin?
We need, next time I see you, Mr. Hernandez, I need an opening for you for the So Smoking Gooder show, because we call your name so much on this show without playing your video. We need to give you your flowers right now.
There he is.
We'll get a video.
I don't know if Kevin's watching tonight, but we need an opening intro for Mr. Kevin Hernandez. All right, RGC, same for Vince. Vince killing it this year. Vincent Regino, Reggie Q Barbecue, Vincent and Joyce Regino. We talked about Joyce earlier in the Fire Woman Challenge right there, but the Regino family is killing it, having a great 2024 year in the barbecue world. All right, next up in the IBCA, they had their top 50 championship. The grand champion was our good friend and sponsor, John Turner from the Chopping Block. RGC was Mr. Ed Foster from 9 Finger Q. Congratulations. I think I saw John, he posted he was 50th overall in the IBCA points chase. So he got the invite. And 50th place GC, their big event. All right, KCBS Plant City Pig Jam. Grand champion was King's Barbecue Team in the RGC. Shiggin' ain't easy. All right, there it was. That's sponsored by the Bull Printing Wrap Up Recap. We ain't ready for that, Ty. If you guys need any banner signs, wraps, decals, whatever it may be, contact my friends over at Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics, Wrap Up Recap, or Wraps and Graphics. Mr. Cheeto can take care of that. Tell him Rob from the So Smoking Gooder Show sent you. All right, and now we're going to talk about the big contest coming up here in just, 2 weeks? Are we 2 weeks away? Here we are. 2 weeks away from the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads in Uvalde, Texas, December 13th and 14th. Obviously, in Uvalde, we talk about this all the time. 2-time CBA event of the year. Wade Carpenter and his crew do a phenomenal job hosting this event. If you pull up on the grounds, you are not wanting for anything. They put you up in a great spot. Whatever you need, they got it. Trash pickup, food, dinner on Friday night. Wonderful award ceremony. Eddie and I talk about this all the time. It's one to put on your list. One of the premier events in Texas. It's the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. Kevin's watching. All right, there it is right there. Oh, we'll send one this weekend. I can film it for you, Kevin. I'll be there as well. All right. And if he's cooking, it's here because it's the only event on the schedule. I checked Lone Star, Outlaw, IBCA, and KCBS. This is it right here. Battle of the Champions. And the reason why they call it that, the Battle of the Champions, because it is the final week in the CBA points chase. So if you're going to do any movement, if you're going to make any hay, this is the last weekend to do so in the CBA. So Battle of the Champions, Cuero, Texas. It is a state championship. I think I saw. Was it a state championship? Maybe I misspoke, but maybe they got 50. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But Battle of the Champions, I'll be there. So if you're there, come and say hi. We'll have a good time. I'll be sitting up hopefully next to one of my barbecue homies, Mr. Josh and Stacy Hale from Sure Shot Barbecue. We'll see how it goes. Look, I'm wearing the shirt right now. There it is. Happy birthday, Josh. It's not his birthday, but I'm still wearing it. All right. That's going to do it for the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. Sign up if you haven't already. We are up to 102 teams at the moment with 2 weeks to go. Last year, I think we had 140 plus, or maybe 160. Where it is, I asked Wade, do we have anything we want to say? 101 teams, 102 when I register. There it is, right there. So make sure you sign up. Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads coming up real quick. 2 weeks away. All right, let's remove that. Let's bring Ty in here real quick.
Hey.
All right, Ty. I think we're good. I don't even need to go kick the tires right now. I'm not really ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's bring our.
Yeah, I saw Michelle. She was making notes, so she might get a little feisty with you on this part of the interview. She's been writing the whole time in the green room.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Michelle,
you told me to make notes.
I did. Like earlier, not like 2 minutes ago.
Well, I had time.
All right. Be there or be square, says Joyce. She'll be there. She'll be there. That's going to be in Cuero.
Oh, so much fun.
So how many contests are in your area on an average weekend? And when I say area, like I'm talking, what is your area in your mind?
The Memphis area for me, because we have a 9-year-old, so for anything outside of 3-hour travel radius, it's kind of hard for us.
All right.
With missing school and stuff and not getting yelled at by the school system. So we don't really have that many as much as I think you guys do in Texas. I really think the Texas family loves us more than the Memphis family does. But we do on average in the Memphis area without traveling outside of it, maybe 6.
Okay. Yeah, no, there's 6 on a busy weekend here in Texas that are within. I don't know. I feel like I used to when I started.
Houston. Like you're going to Houston, and we're going to Murfreesboro, Illinois, which is the one we did the Grand at.
Yeah,
that's 3 hours from us, and then Galax is 12 hours from us, and there's the Big Pig Jig, and there's other things and stuff like that. So it's just really hard for us to travel. And then when we do the major ones that we run, like Memphis in May, and we throw the one out at the house with the bitches contests and some other things that we do.
So north, south, and west you're in a different state pretty much. Travel eastbound, you're still in Tennessee for quite a bit, I feel.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah. It's like running the whole length of the deal. I love Memphis in May.
Points were like destination trophy chasing contests, not money. There are teams that do that. They'll chase a trophy, not the money. That's where we are at in our career, to be honest with you. Because, be honest, we never make money at a barbecue contest. So we've gotten to the point where we're chasing trophies. If we're going to go lose money somewhere, we're going to go lose it for something cool.
Trophies and the big ones, right? You want to just throw it in.
Murfreesboro was on us. We're still chasing fiddles and banjos. We got fiddles. No, we're chasing the banjo.
All right. Nice.
We're trying to
start a band back here.
Yeah.
We need your fiddles. We need a contest promoter to put a drum set together so that we can have a barbecue band.
Yeah.
Maybe a harmonica with a grand champion. That's a good idea, by the way. Way to go, Rob. That's a great idea. A harmonica. Oh, mariachi. Yes. A trumpet. You can find like those plastic trumpets on Amazon for pretty cheap.
Don't forget.
What do you think about that, Ty?
Don't forget the cowbell.
Cowbell. Ooh.
Yeah. Got to have more cowbell.
Oh, cowbell. I'm not going to. World Food. Jesus. Sorry. Don't use the name in vain, but there was a guy that had a cowbell at World Food, and he rang it so much. And for those in the South,
I thought you had a cowbell, Ty.
That's a bad thing because we don't like cowbell because it's a college sport we don't like. So we don't like to hear cowbell.
Who does the cowbell?
Mississippi State.
Okay.
Yeah. That's annoying to watch them play game.
Yeah.
Miss Joyce says, our home is your home, Michelle. Anytime you're in the San Antonio area, let's go.
Shoot.
You need to come in January to the San Antonio Rodeo. That's a big one. Not even to compete because it's hard. Yeah, at this point, it's kind of tough to get in. But if you want to come and just check out a true Texas event, obviously this one right here, the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. But another one is the San Antonio Rodeo.
That's the San Antonio Rodeo.
It's the, I think, third weekend in January for the most part. Okay. It's the largest Texas.
Is it in conflict with the Shed?
No, it's the weekend before the Shed is anyway. Yeah. Joyce has a spot. She's saying you can come over there and hang. Maybe she'll throw you a live fire.
I know I'll be in Cape Girardeau the same weekend as the Shed, doing a Heroes Cup there with Sonny Moody.
I'm thinking about going to the Shed Showdown.
It's a fun event.
I was there the very first year. Great event.
It was so much fun.
You were there that first year? I was there the very first year. It was like 19, maybe.
They bought the campground. It's now so much.
I know. It's going to be, and I feel like it's just gotten better and bigger. Yeah. When did he get Brad and Brooke on before that happens real soon to talk about that? But man, that's a fun event. A lot of fun. So we hit me and my boy Jay Bird, who I feel like at 19 I didn't know what the fuck I was doing at all, but we hit second place turkey the very first year.
That was like
$750.
It's a lot of money.
Hell yeah, it is. It was nice. It was nice. All right.
I know we keep getting off task, so we're back at too.
We're getting off task, but Memphis in May. You are you still?
Yes.
Okay. What is your role at Memphis in May? I don't want to misspeak.
My husband and we are the judging coordinators, chairs, representatives, whatever you want to call us.
We would call that an event rep or a head judge, right?
If you were KCBS, we're the reps.
Okay, you're the reps. You're the bosses of what happens in the judging room.
Yes.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Talk about the differences because we know KCBS down here. What's the difference between a KCBS event and a Memphis in May event?
So that's actually a good thing because I just put an article. I think I put an article out to MBBQA about subjective judging versus comparative judging.
Okay, let's go.
Which is a huge thing because that's huge for everything that's going on. So comparative judging is what Memphis in May and MBN, Memphis Barbecue Network, are doing, right?
Okay.
Which is your choice is you're judging what is in front of your table at the time.
Right.
You're picking your favorite on the table, not judging against the standard. Comparative judging is judging what's on the table. You're picking your favorite on the table.
And what you mean is the standards is maybe bite through skin or
correct.
Maybe not come off the bone as far as a rib
or flavor,
maybe a bend test or a snap. So okay, gotcha.
Versus subjective, where you're judging against the standard, where we're teaching you in these classes when you take these judge classes, where you're looking for this. You're looking for this. Depending on the sanctioning body, it's what the words are, right?
Right.
We're Memphis in May and Memphis Barbecue Network. They're comparative judging. It's not against the standard. It's the best you had today. So it's the best that's on the table. So you're 1 against 6 tops, maybe, right? We're in comparative judging where you're CBA, KCBS, ICBA, or whatever ones that are not people's choice. Because I'm still learning that myself. I'm trying to learn them all. Those are being judged against the standard where we teach you this is the bite through you're looking for. This is the flavor profile you're looking for. And whether or not the judge listens to that. So that's subjective versus comparative. And anytime we're doing Memphis and May judging, we're constantly having to because we take all the judges that take our judging class, whether they be KCBS judges, Memphis and May judges, MBN judges, or ICBA or whatever. If they've taken our class, they still have that ingrained in their mind on what they're supposed to be doing, especially if it's something they do on a regular basis. For example, they take the Memphis and May class to be able to judge Memphis and May, but they regularly judge CBA in Texas.
Okay.
That's hard for them to deprogram themselves when they're used to doing that on a daily basis.
So are you saying you're competing against the people on your table, right? So if you're judge 1 and you take a bite of whatever it is, okay, we'll say pork shoulder, right? You take a bite of this, and then the next box comes in. Are you saying that they're saying, is this better than what I just had?
Yeah. So they're judging them all at the same time. They can't start judging till all the boxes are on the table at the same time.
Okay. What does that mean? How's that work?
Well,
as a judge, like if me and Ty are sitting in judge,
they're not coming in. So you're not forming an opinion on one before the other.
Okay.
So they're all there.
Okay.
And then you open the box, you judge your appearance. And then all y'all can divvy in and get your forks and get your stuff on your plates to start.
But I still feel like if you have that first bite, you're going to, that's your base. That's your baseline.
That is like, you cannot 100% prevent them from having that opinion in their head.
Okay.
That's my downfall on that. That's why I promoted the article on the downfalls of subjective versus comparative judging.
Yeah, I would never want to be the first bite. I feel like.
But you have no control over that.
No, I understand that. I would just say I wouldn't like to be the first bite, because even if mine were the best thing they're going to put in their mouth that entire table, they're probably still going to judge that. Maybe.
That's why we always tell you guys to fill the box full. So if they want to go back and get a second bite.
Oh, so they can go back.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know that. They can go back and say, okay, let me try that one again. That one is in my mind.
I'm not sure. It's between this one and this one. Then you're going to back and bite on both of them.
All right. So you're definitely having a little food contest on the table versus everyone else.
Yep.
All right. I didn't realize you can actually go back for a second bite. That is different. It's
a different profile. And for Memphis and May, they also have the other option, the other thing on the other side of it, where they're doing on-site prelims. So while their blind box is being judged, they're doing an on-site presentation to 3 different judges, one after the other, to sell their product to these judges. And those 3 judges' scores and those 4 other judges' scores are combined together to see who makes finals.
I've been there. I've done it. I've seen it happen. We've turned in a blind box, I guess is what you would call it, versus presentation. It is exciting. It's different. It's definitely
it's stressful.
It's stressful, but it's definitely an experience, right? It's different than what we experience.
That's sell things. That's your choice. If you have a salesman attitude, that's
my goodness. They set up teams that are competing there. They set up a whole, showcase. Like before you even go into their booth, it's lined with flowers and red carpets. And
Home Depot loves it.
Oh my gosh, yes. It is a unique experience. It's really cool. If you never were able to experience a Memphis in May event, is that you? I mean, Memphis in May, I heard that they're their own thing, right? Is it different than MBN, or is it pretty much the same? Okay.
No, it's different.
Most of it's different. All right. So for 100 and, say rib category, there's 120 teams. How many judges do you need for that kind of thing?
So this past year we had 130 35 teams combined between whole hog, pork, and rib. We're expecting more for next year. We need. I'm going to do a calculator of that. Hold on.
How many boxes do our judges taste, or how many are we competing against on the table?
6 max.
Oh, just 6. Okay.
6 max. Remember, that's a comparative judging.
All right, so just 6. So, okay.
So it's just nail it, man.
So you're just trying to kill 6 people and then have the highest scores.
We averaged 300 judges on Saturday for pork.
Okay, that's okay.
That's a lot of judges.
Awesome. So how'd you feel it went from Tom Lee Park to the stadium this year? Did you?
From our point of view, we like it better at Liberty Park.
Okay. What do you think? What do you think from the Cook's point of view? What did you hear?
The Cook's point of view, we heard was the ones that were there, they like it because there's no mud issues and they don't have to worry about the damage deposits and stuff like that.
Right.
They were fine. We had no problems whatsoever on that. I think everyone was happy. One of our smoothest years we've ever had ran.
Is that other competing contests going to happen again this year?
Yeah, they already put their team applications out.
Okay. So it's going to be back at the Tom Lee Park, that other one?
They will be back at Tom Lee Park.
Same weekend again?
Same weekend.
What the heck? Can you talk about that? What do you think about that?
Well, there's a world championship and there's a party.
Okay.
Pick which one you're going to be at.
There you go. You want to do a world you want to get that recognition, that prestige, you go do Memphis in May.
I would tell you this, that Memphis in May with the new leadership is not holding anything back, and they are ready to make it more of the things that it should be.
Anytime I was at Memphis in May, it felt like a big party too, though. Mitchell says we are 2 for 3 on blacktop. No mud is a good thing. All right, good for you, Mitchell.
He said they've done well 2 times out of 3.
Yeah, that's the way I interpret it.
So what it boils down to is Memphis in May is we got new leadership, we got new ears, we got people that are wanting to make it the consumer experience it needs to be. Mac Weaver, he's a great CEO for Memphis in May. I was very excited when they announced him as a new CEO. Because he is barbecue centric, and he was a former CFO, so he's a money man. So he knows how to work the money to make it to our favor. So I was very excited to see him be named the new CEO.
Okay.
And I see this going in great ways for everything. The meetings that Brandon and I have had with Memphis in May and other people, I'm very excited about the things I'm seeing. It's things we have not seen at Memphis in May in a very long time, and I can't wait to talk about them when I'm allowed to talk about them.
All right, so last question. When Memphis in May was at Tom Lee Park, there was basically kind of a cap, right? They couldn't accept all the teams that applied, right? Is that the same where you're at Liberty Park, or is it you guys are open to anything right now?
No, Liberty Park, we're fine.
Okay.
We have now there is some construction going on there, to be honest with you. Because they are expanding the Liberty Bowl for the Memphis Tiger footballs and whatever else is going on there. But we are not as capacity limited as we were at Liberty at Tom Lee, like Smoke Slam is down at Tom Lee Park.
Yes.
They are still limited on what they're doing. They are limiting. They have their acceptance levels on the existing teams and taking new teams on as well. But I hope them the best on all things they're doing, but they are still limited on what they're able to do based on what's going on there. And that was always going to be the problem with that park, and that's why Memphis in May moved.
All right. Well, it's enough. If you guys have any questions about Memphis in May or the World Food Championships, put them in the comments. But right now we're going to go to because we got 35 minutes left in the show. We still have to do some rate my boxes, but I do want to hear Michelle's Mount Rushmore. Again, Ty, let's play some music. Let's put the logo up. These are 4 people you want to put on that prestigious Michelle O'Gwin Mount of Barbecue. These are people that have inspired you, helped you along the way. Maybe you look up to. maybe these are people that I don't know, have been a big influence in your barbecue journey. And then you got one in the gift shop. Almost made it on the mountain, but they get a cute little bobblehead in the gift shop. So let's hear it, Michelle.
All right. So number one, Mark Lambert. I wish I could send this to you so you could put the faces on it.
Wish you had what?
I wish I'd sent you the list so you could put the faces in the whole head. So.
Oh, Ty's gonna put them on there. Don't worry.
It's Mark Lambert. Number two, Tuffy Stone.
Oh, real quick, why Mark Lambert?
Mark Lambert, he's just an all-around genuine guy. And when I was working on my dish for raw food and I was being ambitious, him and Tuffy, they stuck with me on this. They gave me an encouragement when everybody else told me, no, don't do it.
Nice.
So, Mark Lambert and Tuffy Stone 1-2 on this one for this year because I did win live fire with getting there on that one. And then Eddie Robinson, which y'all probably don't have his face.
Nope. Who's Eddie?
Eddie is he's been a long time barbecue competitor. He trained me and my husband Brandon on steak when we first got into it. He's one of my sous chefs for
What's his team name when he was competing?
He's competing with Ain't of Life right now.
All right, nice. Very nice.
Sometimes he's with WellBQ. But he has been my level head. He keeps me sane. He also keeps my husband sane. He keeps lists like I do. So when I know my husband and him will be on their own, I know they can handle it because Eddie's the male version of me. And then honestly, the last one on Mount Rushmore for me is Marcio.
Oh, love him.
I love Marcio.
Say his last name.
I cannot say. I don't know how to pronounce it. Borgenheller?
Borgeon.
Marcio, last year when I made final round, I called him because I want to do paella. And everyone's like, don't do paella, it's too much. Everybody's like, you can do paella. You're going to do this. You got it. And he taught me through a lot of things. He talks me off the ledge a lot. So Marcio, I think those are my four. Lambert, Tuffy, Eddie, and...
Yeah, so you had Lambert, Tuffy, Eddie, and Marcio. Borgeson.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his last name.
Somebody say that. There you go. He even spelled it right. Ty's got it in there.
He spelled it right.
Yeah, he's got it.
On the bubble, because I have to, on the bubble, my husband, Brandon Ogwin.
Brandon's he's a bobblehead?
He's a bubble.
He's right there. He's in the gift shop. Brandon Ogwin is in the gift shop. All right, that's a great list. What's that?
He knows why.
Okay, he knows why. We got to share why.
Well, he tries to take over sometimes, and I'm like, don't take over your category. Leave me alone. I like your ideas, but leave me alone.
Oh, I love it.
My own mistakes.
What do you think about that, Ty? He knows why. It's because he tries to take over, Ty.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's when you know, like you keep saying, like the women are strong. Like at this point, like
strong women don't try and
no.
It's just,
I'll give you
strong cook to me.
Don't elbow in there.
We're in the Airbnb at World Food, right? Right. Brandon's like starting to dictate things, and I'm getting like, no.
Oh.
And Eddie's like, y'all both shut up. We're like, yes,
love it.
And I said, Brandon, how would you feel if I said that about your category? He's like, stay in your lane, man. Stay in your lane.
Now you can just show him that big $10,000 cardboard check.
Oh, trust me, we're doing a video next week at the bank trying to deposit in the ATM.
That'd be funny.
Are you gonna mount it like over the bed?
No, we're not that way. No.
I mean, just so he knows, right? Just be quiet, Brandon.
It's on his desk.
It's on his desk. All right, nice. All right, here we go. We got the barbecue homies. This is somebody that you call all the time, or just maybe want to. If you're at a contest and you know this person's at a contest, you want to set up maybe next to each other, and then you also have one in the gumball machine. It's almost a barbecue homie.
I was like, "What's the gumball?"
Almost a barbecue homie, but you pay 25 cents for, and it comes up, and it's like a little football helmet.
Why am I revisiting people? Barbecue homies. Lord. I'm going to have to go with the Team White Lightning guys.
All right.
Alan
B&O. Boys Night Out.
B&O.
B&O.
Which is funny because them and Mark Lambert always come to us for like, oh, I forgot this crap. What do you got? And they know we have it.
They know you have it.
Yeah. But I love being near them because I have to pick their brain. I can pick it.
There you go. All right. And Gumball. Almost a barbecue homie.
Oh, Lord. Jeff Maynard.
Jeff Maynard. What's his team name?
He hangs out with Hometown. He was second place in Live Fire.
Nice. Very nice. All right, there you go. It wasn't so hard.
It is kind of hard when you're like putting on the spot. Like, shoot, I gotta write names down.
Now Brandon's gonna be mad at you, but it's okay.
Oh, he's on the phone. He ain't paying attention.
He woke up from his nap.
He did. Which means he's gonna be up late. Crap.
All right, we got 30 minutes in the show. This is the portion we do. Anything else that we want to add with Michelle Wynn from Ain't It the Life?
Ask questions.
Yeah, ask questions. She's here. If you have questions, Ty will star them. We'll put them up in there. Let's see what he starred. We've already said those. All right, so if you have questions for Michelle, put them in the comments, and we will make sure we ask them. But this is a fun portion of the show we call Rate My Box. And so it is, Ty is going to show us a box, Michelle. The Gooder Gang is going to have a few seconds to comment on this box, only on appearance. And we're going to do it on a CBA scale. So 10 is excellent, 9 is very good, 8 is fair, and 7s are poor, and 7s are personal.
What did Eddie say? Rate my box.
Yeah, Eddie, we're having a ladies' show. You cannot be saying that while we're having a Ford of women's show. Come on now. Come on, Eddie. All right. We're going to, Ty, let's play some music. Let's get the first box. We're going to rate the boxes. Again, 10 is excellent. 9 is very good. 8 is fair. And 7 is poor. Do not comment yet. And do not comment yet. And we do not comment yet. And give your poker face, Michelle.
This is CBA, right?
This is the scale is, this is a KCBS box, but the scale is 10 excellent, 9 very good, 8 fair, and 7 is poor and personal. All right, Gooder Gang, do your thing on these first boxes here. Obviously, it's a brisket box. So we give a few minutes for the for them to come in. 8 Eddie says 8 slices dry AF.
He's judgy as hell.
It's what? 9. He says TQ. All right. Donnie, 8 looks dry. Yeah, if you give an 8 or a 7, you got to put a little exclamation. All right, an explanation.
Yeah, we need some descriptions if you're going to get it below.
Yeah, 10 or 9, we don't need them. But Lucas Armstrong, 9 to 10. Okay. Let's get a couple more in before we get Michelle's opinion on this.
I just err on the side of caution. I'd probably give this a 9.
You're up, Michelle. Go ahead. Aaron Cruz, 8.
I'd give it a 9 because I'm just genuine, or it's generous.
All right, I'm also going to give that a 9. It's a pretty box. I do see why people think it
look decent.
I do feel like it. Eddie says it looks like it needs some water after I eat it. I do see why they sense that it could be dry. It does look a little dry in this deal.
We didn't that before they took the picture.
I would definitely soak that in some au jus to help you, and maybe they did. Maybe it soaked it all up. Maybe it needed it. But I would brush that a little bit. Ty, what you think, man? Score it.
Yeah, this is. I'll say whose box this is in just a second, but I agree. Like, if you look at this, I think it's a beautiful box. If it just had some au jus and looked a little bit more moist throughout, but like it looks good. I like the burn ends. I mean, someone said there's only 5. Should there be 6? Is that what he's saying? There should be 6 of them?
There should be 6 because there's 6
on the table, but they say
1,
6.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think there's only 5 there. So,
There's 5.
yeah.
I don't know, that one in the middle looks extra long.
If it's that longer than Northern Judge, we don't know that.
Yeah. But I mean, this is Surge's box, so.
So it's a picture out of his trailer.
It might be in his trailer, yeah.
Then that's a different story.
No, I get it. I get what you're saying, but it's still, I don't see any shine on them slices, so I give it a 9. I didn't kill it. It's a 9.
Appearance 9.
All right, next. Michelle doesn't see a lot of these half chickens like this.
No, but I've seen some sexy chickens though.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, maybe that's it. Eddie's next. Eddie, what are you drinking tonight? My co-host is Eddie
He's all
Morales.
about that bass. No trouble.
He is all about that bass. All right, next. Eddie didn't like it. Still an 8. Next. 7. Too much wingtip. Yes, sir, Lucas. Lucas knows what's up. Too much wingtip. Come on, Gooder Gang. I know we don't have a.
I've seen a sexier chicken than that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm with you.
Oh, it's not red enough.
I am with you. All right, let's go. 8 pale. 9 from the dude. Michelle, go ahead.
She needs a suntan.
She needs a suntan. She's a little light. Eddie says it looks like it has an 800 credit score. He's saying it's too white. Needs to be a little.
I love you, Eddie.
It needs to be a little darker. I agree.
She could qualify for naughty.
I do like the bass boating though. I will say that I like the bass boating. I will give this a 9, and it could be a 10. And let me tell you how. Put a little more. Your sauce may be a little light. It is definitely a little light, or maybe you put it on a little too late. I do like the bass boating. I'm not going to kill you on the wingtip, but you guys know how I feel about wingtips. Cut them off.
She's so tapped.
And turn the freaking bird. No one wants to look at the back of the bird. Turn that bird. I want to see the leg and the breast forward, not the back of the bird. That's an 8. Sorry, that's a 9 for me. It could have been a 10.
Try to get Brandon to come watch Rate the Box.
Yeah, come on, Brandon. Rate some boxes, man. All right. More boating. I think the boating's all right on that. 9 from Aaron Cruz. 8 runny sauce. No, I think the sauce is set. It's just too light.
It's too big.
All right. Anybody wants to claim it? Claim it. Do we have any turkey boxes, Ty?
No one turned in turkey boxes. Let me go back to Facebook and look real quick. But
they're scared. All right. Let's next box. What did Brandon say about that chicken? 10 is excellent. 9 very good. 8 fair. 7 is personal and poor.
That's a 9.
All right, I agree. There's Brandon O'Gwen.
Yeah, I gotta get used to the foil in the box.
Yeah, I mean that's how we do it here. But turn that bird. I don't want to see the back of the bird.
Yeah.
It's upside down.
A little bit more presentation.
Yeah, and the foil. Now that he brought it, we talk about it. Press that foil down. All right, next.
Oh, that's busy.
So this is an open.
That's busy.
I will have poker face. Michelle, you have poker face too.
I'm gonna do my best right here. Brandon's trying really hard.
So I think we got shrimp. We got
There's
maybe
shrimp,
a fillet,
shrimp,
a fillet in the center.
There's mushrooms.
I tell you what though, I want to eat the shit out of this. I'm telling you right now.
I would totally eat it.
I want to eat the crap out of this. Eddie doesn't even score it. He just says next. Come on, guys, let's put some scoring in here.
After what we just did for World Food, this is when it's
I know that's the point. What's up, Jimmy? How are you? I would eat it for dinner. Otherwise, it's 8. Lucas, I'll go first here. Ty, you go. Eddie, how can you tell it's overcooked?
Oh no, I can tell by looking at it. They are overcooked.
The shrimp are overcooked.
We can tell.
Sorry.
They are overcooked. And honestly, I think the mushrooms are too.
When they're circles instead of C's, they're overcooked.
All right, Ty, would you score it?
I'll give this an 8 because of I'm not exactly for sure if that's like the base baked potato or mashed potatoes down there. I guess that's what that is, but it does seem like
they're way too much.
Yeah, it does look like the shrimp's a little bit too overdone, and then the steaks look great though. But 8.
There's only a steak in there. I'll give it also
A steak, a singular steak.
I will give it an 8 on here as well. It's just a little messy, but I don't know how you can make that not messy. Again, I want to eat the crap out of this. We'll have the live fire. We'll have the live fire seafood comp and the champ here. What we got here?
That's a.
Yeah.
That's an 8. It's just kind of it's really busy. There's a lot in the box.
That's a 12th place SCA turn in.
Okay. Mitchell, don't tease me. I'll go order this shit right now. I'll go to Waffle House.
Mitchell, is not on that menu.
I'll go to Waffle House right now and order this because I want to eat this. All right, next, Ty. What do we got, Ty?
Okay. Now we're talking.
Poker face.
How do you fit that many ribs in a box?
That is 10.
That's a lot of ribs in a box.
We can do it.
Apparently y'all can.
All right, rib box.
Trying to figure out how that works. Hey, you tell me, Mr. Ribman. No, don't say your words yet. Don't say when you speak.
Mitchell with a 10. The dude 9. Donnie 9. All right, here we go.
That's who box that is. That's why he's saying it.
Here we go. I'll go last on this. I want to hear what Eddie thinks about this because he's a rib cooking machine. Jimmy, Mr. Key with a 9. Those are nails are scratching. Yeah, we call them toenails. Them toenails are big. I like that. I see bass boating. Uneven cuts. Ty, what you think about this one, bub?
Yeah, I give this a 9 because it looks great. It's just the only thing I dislike is it looks like the toenails are a little bit uneven, and I still, for the life of me, can't figure out which way I like this better. If you like the toenails facing forward or toenails facing back, I've seen them done both ways. The bottom is back and the top is forward. So I'm still trying to understand this, but the ribs themselves look great.
You gave it a 9.
Well, that's pretty.
All right, so we 7. Might as well rip the meat off and turn in just bones. The bottom right 3. We do call obviously the bones toenails, and when they're showing like that. Go ahead, Brandon.
I'm gonna say, man, that's tough. I'm gonna say it's an 8 because the ribs look okay, but I'm with the other guy. I think the backwards in the box, personally, I don't like having the toenails facing the hinge side. I like the ribs to present
all right.
The complete
Michelle.
opposite of that.
Michelle?
The toenails are very distracting.
They are.
I'll tell you that. Because the color otherwise is beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, if they did center cuts, it would have been better.
Yeah, I think this is purposely done, and I was going to comment on that. What's your score?
On that, I do an 8.
Yeah, I'll do an 8 as well. I do like the color. I do like the bass boating. I do not like. This is purposely done. I can tell that the cook here is trying to purposely have a lot of meat on one side so that the judge can cut it. But if we're just talking,
well, they're cutting it. They're using this freaking mouse.
They're cutting it. No, we cut here. We do knife and fork, so they're cutting.
Use your fingers.
They're cutting. You have to cut. So I can see why they do that. But it does not look good. It does not look good to me. So I'm going to give this an 8. Color is beautiful.
We're using knife and fork on ribs.
That's how we do it down here. That's how we do it down here.
Retraining.
All right, next.
I love you, but Jesus, that was bad. Oh, that's pretty.
Poker face. Poker face.
What is it pretty?
I mean, it is. It is. We'll do about 4 more boxes. Ty.
Gotcha.
All right, Gooder Gang, do your thing. I'll let Michelle go first since she is eager to do that. I hit that. That's a 10, says Lucas. The ZZ Top Fan, 8. Come on, ZZ, you got to put a...
I give that a 10.
Put a comment next to it. Dude, the 10.
That's some pretty money muscles, man.
Nice. Needs a little sauce. I'd say 9. That's Jimmy. All right, Michelle, she said... Michelle said 10. This must be Eddie's box. Michelle said 10. It's
You're welcome,
clean.
Eddie.
Donnie, he says 10. Why you like it so much, Michelle?
I just like the color. I like the smoke ring on it. I like the money muscles. It looks like the texture's good.
Yeah. Brandon?
I'm not going to be as nice. That's a 9 for me at best. Looks a little dry, being honest.
Okay.
Maybe it just needs more sauce. And to me, the money muscles aren't laying in there evenly, so it kind of looks a little disheveled. I'm a perfectionist and a poor.
No, I get it. I get it. This to me, it looks good. I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm not gonna penalize it, obviously, but I don't like that strip of foil that you can see in the middle. I would like them to see pressed together.
Agreed.
And have the foil on the outside. Still a 10 for me.
It does kind of draw your attention to it.
I want to eat the shit out of these. Ty, go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, I think 10 as well. I even though they're not completely symmetrical, I think this is 10.
Yeah, those are
in the middle that made it.
Those are proud money muscles. That thickness tells me that they are very proud of that, or it's overcooked. But I think
I would have totally turned it.
Yeah. All right, next. I already know what these fools are gonna say about this. Not you and Michelle and Brandon. I'll just talk.
Let's go, Eddie. What you got?
What you got, Eddie? All right, Gooder Gang. We got a brisket box here.
Eddie's gonna say something about slice number 5. What happened after slice number 5?
Michelle and Brandon, since you guys do a lot of Memphis in May, y'all have a beef category, which is what this could be considered here. How do you feel like the Memphis judges would react to that fat on the bottom? Are y'all cool with that? Or y'all down? Or y'all want to trim that off?
You tell.
Sometimes they're particular, and would not like that on there.
But
if they eat it, they would like it. I would say
they're just scared. They're like, "What is that? Put that on the bottom."
They're just scared of it. I mean, honestly, it looks a little prominent in this box on that first slice, but I might have cleaned it up a little bit. But
yeah.
So Eddie's worried about this slice right here.
Well, it becomes unsymmetrical, and that's the BS cooking. Everybody going nuts, right? Because it's not all perfectly spaced. I got knocked for that a couple of years.
Okay. All right, here we go. We got some nice tender quick, but it's still a 9 from Brian. Summer sausage, Aaron Cruz, 10. We got a 9 from Mr. Keen, 7 from Mitchell, 7 from Aaron.
It needs some au jus.
Again with the TQ. What the fuck? Looks like it's gonna shoot up a ball. What the fuck is that? All right. I'll go first here. The TQ, I can see it, but it's not like drawing.
No, so they could seriously have painted it with some sort of glaze to make it.
Yeah, we've seen
cut the fat off that first layer, and then it'd been fine.
We've all seen when tender quick is too much. It's almost there. It's on the border. It's on the border, and we all know that's a fake smoke ring there.
That's what they're talking about.
I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give it a 9, almost an 8. I do want to see that fat seam trimmed off the little bottom. Although I like that as far as appearance, though. It looks almost laid in. The first 1, 2, 3, 4 look great, but the last 4 are not symmetrical. So, Ty, you're up next, bro.
Well, this is I guess is being claimed here by Pits and Me Off Barbecue.
There's no tender quick.
I know there's no
tender quick. So I mean, I was gonna say that's the part where I think I'm a rookie. To me, this looks great, and I like the little bit of the fat there at the bottom, at least for taste. Appearance, I can understand, but
personally, yes.
Yeah, this I give this a 9.
Is that for
Pits and Me Off? What temp and how long did this brisket stay on your smoker and what kind of smoker, because that's definitely going to play a part in what we're seeing here. Michelle, you're up.
Is that theirs?
I think so.
I think so. He's being if he's saying there's no tender quick. I mean, how would he know unless it was his?
Short.
He's doing it on a short rib drum, so it's a drum smoker.
Okay.
Maybe wood chunks as well, probably. All right, I will take him for his word. So I'm going to up my score.
6.5 hours at 300.
Yeah, that's about average. All right, good job, man. Good job. Beautiful.
This is actually Lisa Camp Ferris. This is Lisa Camp Ferris's brisket, since she's claiming it. Lisa Camp Ferris.
Must be part of Pits Me Off.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Cool name,
Way
by
to
the
go,
way.
Lisa. Well, that's a lady's name.
More ladies.
Way to go, ladies. Serge, we already scored it. All right, Michelle and Brandon, real quick, what are these? What do you got here?
I give that a 9.
Yeah, 9.
Nice. All right. I do still. Yes, we are, Rini. I do still want to see a little more au jus there. Pissing me off.
Agreed.
Very, very last thing. Even in the box, brush it, close it, send it. Next.
Okay, we get a pork box.
She's learning. Look at that poker face. Although.
Brandon's like staring at it.
Man, I could definitely love this thing. Come on, Eddie. Give it a score.
Give it a score, Eddie.
Yum, yum, yum. Give me some. Mr. Keen in the house. Been doing it for a long, long time. I'm going to let you go last on this. 10 all day for Mr. Keen. Brandon, you're going to go up first, my man. What you got?
All right. Wow, that's tough. I'm going to give that a 9.
Yep.
The money muscles on the left there, the fat doesn't look as rendered out in it. That's kind of got that big vein running right in the middle of it. Other than that, it looks a little uneven. Looks good, moist though. Looks good. But
Michelle?
I'm trying to figure out what the pieces are on the bottom. What's that?
Those are money muscles.
more money muscles just from the vertical.
Is that supposed to be bark?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a sliced muscle.
that's the top of that.
I think they should just left it out and just put more muscle down the bottom, to be honest with you. When you're just running with the bark only, you're running risk of being dry. I'm curious about the plug in the middle.
That's their pilot bolt.
I know it's not even pulled, it's a plug. I think if they were going to do more, they should do more of that. Honestly, they could have did that where they did the bark and did better justice for themselves there, because that had more flavor and less texture issues.
All right, score.
Right there on the bottom. So I would throw a number on that. I would probably do it. I would still do 9 because I'm generous when I judge, but I would have changed where they did the things. I would have did the bark where they did the plug, where the pulled was, and put the pulled where they did the bark.
All right. For the record, she said plug 4 times. All right, Ty, you're up.
I like the money muscles. Again, I would have done 2 more money muscles and not done the bark, and maybe put a little bit more of the pork in there to make it look good. But the lettuce, I'm not used to seeing that, so it looks strange to me.
Mitchell made a great point. That's old school lettuce rolls. That was that was a technique back in the day. You put lettuce, you wrap it in cellophane, you slice it, and you lay them down. You probably like 4 to 5 to 6 of these things, and then sitting there. If I'm looking at the money muscles alone, the color, the smoke ring, everything about it looks appealing to me. It looks like either side of those look great. I think they're going to be a good bite. Even in the front ones, I wish they were a little more lined up better and symmetrical. That lettuce does take a lot of my attention.
I think Courtney's burnt ends.
And sauce, make the We'll call it bacon. Make the bake or plug. Make the bacon in the center the same color. It would have helped this here. I will. I can't give it a 10, but I will give it a high 9. It's a really good looking box. Other than I don't and use some kale. Put some kale. Stop doing that lettuce. Kale is darker. I
haven't used lettuce.
It's definitely gonna make your meat pop a little better. All right, next.
Well, that's a sexy chicken.
That is a sexy chicken.
We're all tilting our heads like.
I know.
I didn't think about it. I should have moved this photo around.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right. Let's move that way.
It's a big-ass chicken.
We've said it on the show before. If you're gonna send us a box, put it a forward-facing box, so we don't have to do this. But that said, we're gonna rate it. Eddie, I want to hear from Eddie. 9 from Mr. Keen.
What's in the top left?
Those are maybe either wings. They're definitely wings.
Or drums.
No, they look like wings.
There could be. They're flats.
Is that allowed?
Yeah. Yeah. So you can turn in any part of the chicken as long as it's not pulled or shredded.
Oh wow! Eddie gave this a 9.
Wow, he liked it.
Must be his box.
Mikey liked it.
9, Mr. King. Donnie with a 10. Eddie with a 9. 10 with a no wingtip.
The colors.
Team wing. He is team wingtip. Mitchell 9. I'll go last here. Ty, you'll go first.
Oh, chicken hearts. Okay. I give this a 9 because when I first saw this picture, I was like, God dang, this chicken's on steroids. And I thought those were like the little breasts up at the top there. So you're telling me that those are wings, probably?
Those are wings, and I think the cook. If somebody wants to claim this, please do, because it's a good looking box. Yeah. I think they're pulling the bone.
Is that the drums up top and the flats? Like the drums on the left and the
These are all flats. These are all flats. And from what I can see, these are all flats. But I think the ones on the left, I think the bones have been removed, and they're calling them nuggets down here, to where you cook a wing drum, you cook a flat, and you remove both bones, and then you're just left with a nugget of meat.
I got another box. I got a turkey box.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Boxes.
That's a 10 all day.
I'm not gonna lie. I would give it a 10 because that's a sexy chicken.
All right. Yeah, boneless wings. Aaron Cruz says, yeah, that's what I think is happening there. Yeah, Brandon, what you thinking, bro?
This looks a little busy, but color looks good on everything. So I guess a 9. It's just a little busy.
Ty?
Yeah, I gave this a 9 already. I love it.
Box.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a 9. I can't give it a 10. I don't. Those wings, or excuse me, the flats on the side there are too. They're too flat. They just kind of blob out there. They don't have a lot of shape to me. The color is different than the slightly different. Maybe it's the lighting, but the chicken half is darker than the wings, and I like that color on the half. So next.
Yeah.
Aaron says
that's his box. Aaron's a good looking box, bro. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Chicken looks good.
Chicken's sexy as hell, man.
I like the box boating. And that's the first thing that Michelle said. Sexy. Next.
All right, last box. Or 2 more boxes after this. 1 more box after this.
One more after this. We are at the top.
Yeah, I got a turkey
of the 2 hours.
There we go.
Is it bad that I'm counting?
No. I will say there's no TQ on this box.
Nope.
And there was none on Pitsing Me Off. Renee Gonzalez.
They're already voting.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh yeah, the Gooder Gang does their thing when that picture goes up. We just start scoring.
This one ahead of time.
Michelle, you can go. What do you think about this color on this one?
It's a little red, but it could be lighting, so I'm okay with that. It doesn't look dry.
Yeah, when we say do this to the box right before you turn it, this is what we're talking about. It doesn't look dry. It's got a shine. Looks moist.
It's very shiny. I would love to pull a piece out and see how it folds over my fingers, but I can't do that from here. So I'm just visualizing the way it's bending right now and going, all right, I think it'll be all right. So I'm going to go with like a 9.5.
Eddie. All right, Brandon, go ahead, bub.
Man, that's tough. Like I said, you can tell they painted it with all shoe. It's all the same color.
Yeah.
What
do you
I'm gonna give it a 9. It just looks like a little messy. It's not quite uniform. The slices on the end are kind of squared off. Looks like a loaf of bread.
All right, I will also give it a 9. Eddie raised a good point. What are we hiding on the left here? I can't see the crumbles.
Well, we can't tell what tie is cutting off on the left hand.
Could be perfect. It's tie. It's not tie. It's whoever sent us. Whoever sent us the picture.
I try to get it as good as I can, and I leave black if they do that. But this one's completely cut.
Although whoever's brisket boxes is great job. I do like those thick ass slices. To me, that just is another thing that
makes great brisket mac and cheese.
I do like the thick slices. It means they trust the cook.
They trust that it's tender and it's ready to go. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's borderline 10. I'm gonna give it a 9. All right, next.
I give this a 9, and I want to say that.
I'm sorry, Ty. Go ahead.
Yeah, I give this a 9, and I want to say that last slice back there, that's the one I want to eat. That one looks amazing.
Oh, it's juicy as hell.
Yeah, that one. So I give this a 9.
Sweet. All right, we got one last box of the evening, and then we'll get out of here.
All right, here we go. Last box.
Oh, that's turkey. Okay.
We'll have one more box after this one.
After this one?
After this one.
Okay. Is Eddie going to send me one or something?
I want cranberry sauce.
No.
That's interesting. That's definitely a SSGS cook or a CBA cook because they don't.
This is a CBA or an IBCA box. Rini says 7. Yeah, we can't end on this one. I hate the uneven sauce.
Yeah, the sauce is uneven.
But
it looks like it tastes good.
That's the first time I've ever seen a black turning container too.
Yeah, that's different too. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Maybe unsanctioned. 7 injection.
Oh, just crappy shopper.
They cut off the point. 7, give him a spoon and a brush. Brandon, you're up first, bro.
All right. Wow, y'all are all being pretty harsh. I guess I will be sort of. No, honestly, it looks moist. Like I said, the slices look pretty good. I'd give it an 8 because it looks like it's very sloppy. It's kind of globbed on.
Mr. Keene says it looks delicious.
Oh, I'd eat it.
No, it looks good. I want some.
It needs some mashed potatoes.
It looks good.
Some bread, pickles, onions, and some Miracle Whip.
Something
Miracle Whip.
I knew that would get a response. All right, Michelle, did you score it? I'm sorry.
I give it a 9, a low 9. To be honest,
Tie.
Because just the inconsistencies, but I would still stir it up.
I give this a 9 because I think I want to eat this, and then what looks good as a presentation for culinary art and food, I don't think is exactly what tastes good. And I'm used to seeing in this configuration like brisket. So to me, I'm like, this brisket sucks, but I realize this is turkey. So I give it a 9. I wish they could paint better.
I'll be honest. There's so many times when white meat does not take the color the right way, and I hate to say that. It sounds racist, but it's not.
Didn't sound racist at all. I think brush it a little better. I feel like this was taken like 2 feet underwater, and you got all the the sunlight coming through here, and that's what's doing this to this look here. But I do want to eat it.
I can feel it gravy right now.
I'm gonna give it an 8 though. This is not a good looking box. All right, let's go.
Eddie.
On some Wonder Bread. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. Put it on some bread.
Maybe that's
y'all don't need to be nice. All 7s.
All right, what we got?
Why would not let him judge the Memphis and May?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Yep, he judged every slice. All right, last box. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
All right, here goes.
Don't let it be mine. Oh, good, not mine.
All right, we can end on this box.
Brandon?
Hold on, let's let the Gooder Gang chime in. Let's let the Gooder Gang chime in. Guys, thank you very much for watching this show, 2 hours deep. We had a great guest tonight. We'll close it out nice with Michelle. And her husband Brandon's joined in for the Rate My Box segment. So Gooder Gang, let's go. Let's put some scores on here, and then we'll get out of here. 9, Reenie.
Is that 3 rows? Is that 3 rows or 2 rows?
That's 2 rows.
Well,
don't hate it. 9. What's up, Lucas? Man, I'd love to see you on here every Wednesday, Bub. Twisted D. What's up, Donnie? 9. I like the color. 8, a little crispy. All right, Rob, I want to say thank you to everybody at Traders Village. Last weekend, they had me sharpen for them. It was a fantastic weekend. I just might sponsor a buckle for the Grand Champ next year. All right. Thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, man. If you guys are not used to using Mr. Keen's sharpening service, we talk about it all the time. Phenomenal person, him and his wife are cooks. They've been doing this like you have. So they know the tools that we need to do this each and every week, and he provides a great service. So if you see that van, Mr. Keen, sharpening service, make sure you go hit him up and tell him that the So Smoking Gooder Show, you saw him on there. All right, Aaron with a 9. Mitchell, 9. Yeah, that's a no for me, dog. Eddie just got on American Idol. He's there. Rochelle, what's up, young lady? Mr. Keen, always get me right. Absolutely. All right, I'll go first here. I like the color. I like that it's baked in. I would like to see a little more sauciness on there. I bet these ribs are really good. I bet they're tasty or overdone. I'm going to go tasty. I'm going to go with a 9 on this rib box here. Ty.
I'm going to give this a 9 as well. I really want to eat it, but I mean, I've heard people say, on here they need to put some au jus on the toenails, and so I've seen them where they're really white, and this looks like they got their nails did. So here's what I want to ask: what is the consensus, or not a consensus, but you guys, you 3 Texas Pitmasters, or Tennessee and Texas Pitmasters, how do you want these in the box so I can understand how to rate this? Because to me, it looks weird like this.
Me personally, I put the bottom rack is fine. I like that pushed up to the front. This top rack, I want to see it completely flipped over. I want to see the toenails up.
Yeah, I'm fully nails up on everything.
Yeah,
and try to keep the things symmetrical because those look slightly uneven in there.
And based on what you're saying, I don't think that they are painted enough to be for this area. Anyway.
They look like a Memphis dry rib.
That does not do well here. So they need to be candied up just a little bit. They need more glaze, and you can paint that on while you're in the box.
Michelle's accent just changed. I think the wine's kicking in.
I went from Southern California to now Tennessean. Yeah, no. So what it boils down to around here is we like the toenails looking around on the front layer at least at a minimum, if not both layers. And then we need more saws.
Yeah, I think so too.
I personally like a dryer rib like that. Personally, yes, I love that. But that's not what the judges like around here. So you got to remember to cook to what your judges like. And right
Ty,
now,
did you go Ty already in this? Yeah, you did. You did.
I did. I like this box though. I really do.
I do too. I do too.
Like configuration.
I don't know if it's the angle, but it looks like it's kind of going that way.
Yeah.
Instead of this way as well. 9 though, for me. All good. All right. Thank you, Ty. Thank you for the Gooder Gang for rating my boxes. Shout out to co-host Mr. Eddie Morales checking in from South Texas, and he still did it. All right. Any I don't think we saw any questions for our guest tonight, but we did. I mean, any more questions? We didn't see any.
We went. We did pretty good.
No, I thought it was awesome. Ty, get in here, my man.
Hey.
Being the co-host of the evening, what'd you think of our badass little lady cook here, Miss Michelle O'Gwyn?
Well, here's what I like is like I said, the different perspectives that people have. Like you can see that, like she talked about how you judge, whether it be objective or subject. I forget what she called, comparative or objective. And this is something that I've been talking about with CBA. Like, I would love it if we did a video to show them what they're looking for because in CBA we do objective judging. There's supposed to be a standard. So I love her insight on that. I love the fact that it's a family. Like, that's a common trope that's going on, is like, this is a family sport, and it ranges all over. And I'm glad for the insight in the family. And do I know you? Have I met you before? Because we're already friends on Facebook. Have we spoken before?
Possibly. And then y'all have the CBA's got the kids division picking up with, taking over with what Steve Jimenez took off with
right.
You. So I'm excited to see that going on with everything that's going on there. So anything we can do to help y'all out with that stuff, or help do videos, or help educate, or cross-educate cross platforms too, because we want everybody to know that they can go cook at one versus the other, and everything all inclusive. And that's what Memphis is trying to promote as well. So anything we help you all with that, just let us know on that part. But yeah, we probably have met at some other event or whatnot. The other brand.
Well, my family is from that whole area. My dad lives in Smithville near Center Hill Lake. So for some reason, your name is just very familiar to me. And Mr. Brandon.
Probably Brandon's name, yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon, I read that one.
Yeah. I know y'all from somewhere, so I really appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we've been events all over the country, man. There's no telling. We've been doing this a long time. We've met all kinds of people throughout the years. Probably have. That's why we treat everybody like a friend, because we probably met you before anyway, right?
And that's the way it is. I mean, you were talking earlier about how you're always checking things out, Michelle, and that's how it started for me. I started washing people's dishes. At first, I was pouring water in for the smoker, and I started washing dishes. And then as I got on the show, whenever I'm at a cookout, people come in and they just tell me all kinds of stuff that I'm like, you're telling me exactly how you're cooking. And I think they know that I'm not going to say anything at this point, but just the inclusion and people being like family, and it happens that quick. That's what I love about this sport. And that's why I like every Wednesday.
We're there.
My dogs were barking.
What needs to be done? What can we do? What needs to be done?
Absolutely.
You handle it, you take care of it, and you don't bark about it. And that's all I care about.
All right. Well, we're gonna y'all stick around. Y'all stick around. Ty's gonna drop y'all down. We'll hang out just for a few minutes. But thank you very much, Michelle. Thank you, Brandon, for coming in at the end of this and doing some Rate My Boxes. We appreciate you, Michelle. You were a great guest. Brandon didn't hear, but I said at the beginning of the show, she's a barbecue mom. She's a comp cook. She's a caterer. She is the head judge. You guys are the head judges at the Memphis in May Barbecue World Championship. And most recently, 2024 World Food Championship, live fire champion. And Brandon, that goes for you too, man. That's everything that I said there, except for you're not a barbecue mom.
Yeah. Just
or the live fire part. But I'm sure you had a part in that thing.
Oh, don't forget that.
Oh, there we go. Oh, my gosh.
We forgot that part.
Put it up there, Ty, real quick. I did talk about a side for Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you very much. Drunken Cranberries. Y'all can screenshot this because that'll help you out. Man, it is circled on my notes. I'm going to try that. I'm going to screenshot that. Ty, send that to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
you know what we'll do is we'll post that separately tonight. Ty's got that screenshot. We'll post that tonight, and they can make that in the morning.
Yeah,
all right.
Michelle, thanks for sending that to me. I appreciate that.
Well, let's drop them down, Ty. We'll hang out. Okay. Don't leave yet. Thank you very much, Michelle. Thank you, Brandon. For producer Ty, thank you. Shout out to the Gooder Gang, all you guys watching tonight. We had a great time. Ty was the co-host of the evening. I appreciate you, and also running it behind the scenes as producer Ty. He wore 2 hats tonight and one really nice hat he's got on there. Maybe we'll get some more of those coming out here real soon. But thank you very much to the Gooder Gang. Thank you so much. I just want to say happy Thanksgiving from the So Smoking Gooder Show to you and your families. We appreciate you watching each and every week. We'll come back next week with another great show. Heading into December, we may take the last part of the year off, the last 2 weeks of the year, but we still got 2 more weeks of shows before we do that. So thank you very much to watching this show each and every week. We appreciate you very much. Thank you to our sponsors out there that are watching this as well or supporting us. We appreciate that. All right, for producer Ty, my name is Rob Arocha. We'll come back to you next Wednesday with another great show. Thanks for watching us. Case, close us out, my man.
Good night to all of you wonderful people in Barbecue Nation.